I rarely get matches on Tinder, and this was one of the few times I got matches on Tinder. I don't want to talk about that. If you don't want to do this, don't chat me. It's make me feel disappointing. So cold. I'd say this story is a little bit, it's not like too bad. As we get to the end of the story, it might get a little bit spicy, but for the most part, this should be like a PG-13 story. So this is my Tinder story. So I've been on Tinder for about 2-3 years, and I very rarely get matches on Tinder. So yeah, I rarely get matches on Tinder, and this was one of the few times I got matches on Tinder. They actually messaged me first, so I guess that's where we'll start. We'll call this person Sharon. So here's our conversation with Sharon. Oh, also, sorry, before we start, I should also mention, I don't have a picture of Sharon's profile, but it threw me off that Sharon's bio was in very, very broken English. But like, once again, I won't say like there's anything wrong with that, but I was just like, you know, personally, I feel like having like a language barrier would be a very difficult thing, especially in like a relationship. So yeah, this is Sharon in the gray. This is Chase Yama in the blue. Sharon writes, "Hi, how are you?" I said, "I'm doing well. How are you?" Sharon says, "I'm fine. How about you?" At which point I low-key wanted to like just make it go back and forth. I wanted to be like, "I'm good. How are you?" And then she would be like, "I'm fine. How are you?" I thought it would be funny. It's a loop, exactly. We just keep asking each other how we are. So, "I'm doing well. How are you?" "I'm fine. I'm fine. How about you?" "In pretty fine." Like, yeah, you'll see throughout these conversations that Sharon's English is a bit broken. Which, once again, nothing wrong with that. Good to hear. Like, you know, I'm like glad you're doing well is like what I meant. And they wrote, "Nice to know you here too." And then I gave her a thumbs up emoji. To be honest, this thumbs up emoji was supposed to be, I just wanted it to be like, okay, we can be friends, like, cool. Like, I thought this would be the kind of the conversation ender, but it wasn't. So anyway, nice to know you here too. Thumbs up emoji. And then, oh yeah, so you'll notice this too from Sharon. I believe whenever Sharon says I believe she's trying to say I say, "I'm from Hawaii. How about you?" Oh yeah, that was another important thing too about Sharon's Tinder profile. On Tinder, it shows like how many miles away the person is from you. Sharon was like, you know, hundreds, maybe thousands of miles away from me, so that's how I knew like, okay, Sharon's probably like in, you know, in the mainland, like in the continental US. So I said, "I'm from Hawaii. How about you?" Then Sharon says, "I'm from Manhattan." I said, "Cool, I've always wanted to go to New York." Then Sharon says, "Oh really, once you go here, I will be your tour guide." Which is kind of, you know, like when Sharon first said that, I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute. So I said, "Aw, thanks." I said, "LOL, sorry, I don't really know how this app works. I have no idea how we matched, even though we're so far away." And then Sharon writes, "Yeah, same here." That was weird too. This part felt weird to me, that Sharon just like was like, "Yeah, same here," and then Sharon suddenly like moves on to the next question. "How old are you?" And sorry, this is my first time to use this app." So I said, "I'm 22. How about you?" Sharon's like, "I'm 21. You look so cute, to be honest." And I say, "Oh, thank you." This seemed very sus that somebody on Tinder came in full big chungus 100% with, "You look so cute." And so that's how I knew. I was like, okay, this is already pretty sus. And then Sharon writes, "Yeah, it's okay." I was like, is that supposed to be like a blow to my ego or something? Like, yeah, it's okay. Which, like, was Sharon trying to say, like, yeah, you're okay. Thanks, yeah, fine, I guess. And then so Sharon says, so what are you doing in Hawaii now?" "Not much, just working and chilling, LOL." And then Sharon says, "Oh, I see. Me, I am student." I said, "Nice." Oh, okay. And so this is where I bring up the broken English. And so I tried to be as like kind of like careful about it as possible. I tried to not be rude about it. So I said like, "Oh, hey, I'm so sorry if this is rude, but I was just curious if English is your first language." And so Sharon says, "Nah, I am half Chinese, half American." And then, oh yeah, so Sharon says, "Yeah, it's okay. How about you? What's your ethnicity?" Or ethnicity. Oh yeah, so I said I'm Japanese and Chinese, which is true. I'm Japanese and Chinese. And then, so Sharon said, oh, that's cool. We're same half-blood. I said, lol, lol, true. I said, so what are you studying? Sharon says, I am business administration. Yeah, so I said, cool, and I said, I graduated in media, and then so Sharon says, do you have IG? Anytime somebody asks me this on a dating site, it always gets like sus for me. Like it's happened before where like it checks out, like they actually turn out to be like a real person. Do you have IG? I'm preferred to talk there. And I said, I do. And then yeah, so this is where I actually tried to like kind of like stand up for myself. And then I wrote, sorry, it's just that I've always had pretty bad luck on dating sites, and this is the first time I got a match in a long time. Lol lol. I wrote, I got a little worried about getting scammed, you know? And then Sharon wrote, huh? This is my fourth time to talk here. That's why I'm asking you about IG. I'd be like, what's an IG? And then I said, okay, sorry, I just had people try to catfish me before, so I try to be safe, lol. And then I said, but yeah, it's at, and then my Instagram handle. And so yeah, this felt kind of weird because I felt like Sharon was getting a little bit defensive about it, but I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, yeah, maybe they like to talk on Instagram more, so that's fine. Here's my Instagram. And then Sharon wrote, I follow you, can you check? Now we head on over to the Instagram DMs, and just a fair warning, guys. This is where things might get a little bit spicy. It gets a little bit spicy in the Instagram DMs. It's a little bit not family friendly. Oh wait, crap. I don't have the picture, but there was some like previous messaging before this part right here. It was just like normal, like, hi, like, how are you? This and that, like, you know, small talk. And then Sharon says, are you busy? And I say, not too much. What's up? Sharon says, can we do some fun? I really feel so boring right now. Just done watching 365 days. It's kinda hot for me. Hee hee. I was so confused about what the heck was 365 days. Apparently 365 days is a very, very like naughty movie. I didn't like read too much into it, but I hear it's apparently a very naughty movie. Like, so at this point I know that something's like, I know that I'm done with this. Like I'm like, at this point I'm like out. This is done. So I'm just gonna try to like make it as funny as possible. So I'm trying to like make this as funny as possible as I'm like typing out these messages. So I said, nice, did you like it? And Sharon said, yeah, can I ask a favor? Question mark, question mark. I said, what's up? Oh yeah, so this is where it depends how you perceive this, but can you help me to release my sensation, please? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. She has an inch. No, Danny, how can you say that? I guess like maybe in her back or something. Does she need me to scratch her back or something? I don't know how she would expect me to scratch her back through like the phone. And I said, hello, IDK, have you seen a doctor about that? And then Sharon wrote, no, what I mean is, like, can we see each other and do some fun? And then I said, IDK, not really comfortable with that. That's true, maybe she did want to play some Smash Bros. I don't know if they were a game. I probably should have asked if they were a gamer. That would have been really funny. And then Sharon says, why, this is my first time too. I've never done this before. We can keep talking about the movie though. Instead of like even trying to even like give in at all to anything what Sharon is saying at this point, I just want to keep asking her about the movie. And then Sharon said, but we can keep this a secret. Were the actors good? Chase is the master of evasion. Basically, that's basically what I was trying to pull off here. And then Sharon wrote, but we can keep this a secret. And I said, oh, it's okay. I'm not too good at keeping secrets, lol. As I share our DMs on a Twitch stream. And I said, I've actually never heard of this movie. Did you watch it on Netflix? I don't know what you're going on about having your back scratched or whatever, Sharon. I just want to talk about this movie that you watched. I will say, if I did actually have a good match on Tinder, I wouldn't like share the DMs, obviously. Like I know there's a space for privacy and respect. It's just that this person was totally trolling me. Ooh, and then this is when Sharon comes in hot. Sharon says, I don't want to talk about that. If you don't want to do this, don't chat me. It's make me feel disappointing. So cold. Sharon literally just said, if you're not gonna do this, here's the gosh dang darn hand. And so I got shut down by Sharon. And so I said, aw, sorry to hear that. And that was it. That was the end of our messaging. But we never found out if the actors were good. I know, I just wanted to know about the gosh dang darn movie, Sharon. And here's the crazy thing, guys. I don't know who Sharon was. Can't for the life of me figure out if it was a real person or if it was a like a catfisher. Her Instagram page like had pictures, like it had so many pictures, and it was from like years ago too. So I was like, okay, so this must be like a real person. So I reverse image searched all of Sharon's pictures and nothing came up. So I was like, is this a catfisher or not? What was sussy to me about Sharon's Instagram page was that Sharon had a bunch of like, for lack of a better word, just weird people following her. So here's where I'm gonna start drawing my conclusions. I think Sharon may be like a data miner or something, where Sharon might be trying to, you know, trick people into doing naughty things and then collecting the pictures and like, I don't know whatever, like catching people or something. Like I think they might be like trying to like catch people with this kind of stuff. On one hand, should I be glad like maybe she's low-key like doing God's work by catching all the pedos, you know? Like, is she pulling a Chris Hansen on us? Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna, like, I honestly want to use Tinder more, if anything, just because I want more stories like this. But yeah, I needed to get that story off of my chest. It's so weird. So yeah, that was a long journey we've been on, friendos.